You're late. What? You're late. And you brought Starbucks? Could you be any more basic? Excuse you. This isn't Starbucks. This is friendly local neighborhood coffee. We don't support union busters in this house. Yeah. Whatever. You're still late. I don't have to answer to you. No. Not to me. To them. Oh. Yeah. You're right. Yeah. So, where have you been? Look, 2022 sucked. What can I say? We had those medical problems. We had all those mental health issues. It just wasn't a good year. That doesn't answer the question. Fine. Can I at least finish my coffee first? Yeah, sure. It's only been 6 months. What's another hour or two? Hey y'all, how's it going? It's been a hot minute. So, my name is Alex. This is History of Character, and this is a what happened type video, and kind of a preview for what we had planned for 2023. Well, long story short, I don't know what happened. 2022 was just over in the blink of an eye. And I've had some mental health issues. I've had some family members suffering from their own health issues. It's just been kind of a rough year. And I don't really have an excuse for why I haven't been active. I can just explain what's been going on and hope that that's good enough. So, let's break this down as best we can. Basically, last winter, I was mentally not in a super great place. I've finally gotten in to see a psychiatrist. I've gotten therapy, and I'm doing better. That's the important thing. The spring, I finally graduated with my master's degree. I've had it since 2020, but the commencement ceremony was finally last March. And so I spent my early year getting prepped to go to that. I was taking my then boyfriend to Disney World because the commencement ceremony was in Orlando. So I have officially gotten my degree, and we were prepping to go to Disney. My dad was not doing super well physically, so I was having to deal with that a lot, which comes with the territory of having a chronically ill father. Then in the late spring, I was prepping for GalaxyCon, which is in July. I thought I was doing great. I was making a cosplay of Gina Lestrade for GalaxyCon. It was going to be just a super cool costume. I don't think that's a character that's super in demand, so like not a lot of people would be dressing as her. And it was going to be a good time. I did a lot of filming and actually got most of the costume filmed and completed. So for a good, 3 months, that's what I was working on. I was busy building this cosplay. And then I went to put it on and it didn't fit. And I was pretty upset by that because I had spent so long on a piece that didn't work. The shirt in particular did not pass the hallelujah test. I could not raise my arms above my head. I couldn't even raise my arms to like here without the shirt riding up to a point where it was pretty indecent. And so that was really discouraging. I didn't want to post a video of a piece that I couldn't even wear. And I felt like I couldn't post the other videos of the costume pieces when I couldn't wear the costume and I couldn't do a reveal shot. So that was really, really discouraging. At that time, I also went through kind of a rough breakup and some other personal stuff with my dad. And it was just a really rough time of the year for me. I am planning to redo Gina this year, but we'll see how that goes. In the fall and the winter, I kind of went into a depression spiral. I've mentioned before, I think, on this channel that I have pretty severe anxiety and depression that goes along with it. And when I'm in a depression spiral, I just don't want to create. I will sit there and just doom scroll and just go through TikTok, Instagram, all of that. And so that it's hard for me to want to create videos when I don't want to create, period. I'm doing a little bit better. I'm pretty sure that it's seasonal type stuff, so we're working on it. I've been talking with my therapist and my psychiatrist. We're getting there. In between all of that, I was working on some massive cross-stitch projects, which aren't really my niche on YouTube. I didn't want to try to film that, especially because I was on a deadline for those. I was also doing some quilting projects that were kind of on a deadline, some knitting projects that were on a deadline. So I've been making things. I just haven't been sewing as much as I usually do. I'm in the process now of prepping for GalaxyCon 2023, and I hope to have some really cool videos out about that soon. My big goal this year is that I want to create more, and whether or not that means that I'm going to be posting more is yet to be determined. But I do love making videos. I do love working on this sort of thing. It's just hard sometimes with my mental health being what it is, and I'm doing the best I can is the TLDR. So what's ahead for 2023? Well, I have some really, really cool projects planned. I've got 2 major cosplays that I want to do. I have a Memento Mori dress that I've planned out and started to draft, which it's my first experience with drafting, so that will be really, really fun. I've got a dress that I've been sitting on for like 5 years now that I really need to make this year for Halloween, because Halloween. And what else? Outside of the costuming world, I'm working on a couple of big quilts. I'm working on some big cross stitches. I'm working on some really, really cool stuff. I just don't know how much of that is going to make it to the channel. I know my 2 cosplays, my Memento Mori dress, and probably my Halloween dress will make it to the channel. That's my goal anyway. I've also been doing some really, really cool research into the history of cosmetics and especially lipsticks. So expect a video essay on that probably sometime this summer. In the meantime, I will be traveling a lot this year. I have planned a trip to Orlando in April. I've got tickets for Gen Con in August, which I'm super excited about. And I'll be back at GalaxyCon Raleigh doing a panel on corset building in July. On top of all of the other projects I've got going on, I will be building a few more corsets because I kind of have to in order to do this presentation. Long story short, 2022 absolutely sucked, and I just wasn't in the right headspace to create. 2023, I'm challenging myself to be more creative and to do the big, fun, scary things that I didn't really think were possible last year with how my brain was working. I am aiming to get out a video a month. We'll see if that goes well, because at the end of the day, I want to put out quality videos. And sometimes making quality videos means that I need to spend a little extra time. I need to work harder on a pattern, or something doesn't turn out and I need to redo it. And I want to be honest when that sort of thing happens. I want to be honest when my mental health is getting in the way of my creations. Anxiety, if you don't have anxiety, it's so hard to understand what it's like. And then add in the depression. And I was diagnosed with ADHD last year, so that explains kind of a lot. I'm doing the best I can with what I have. I'm disappointed in my performance last year, and I hope to do better this year. And I certainly hope that you'll come along for the ride with me. Thank you very much. I love you all. Stay safe, be good, and stick around with me. Thank you.